Casey, you there? Casey, you there? Casey, you there? Casey, you there?
Shit. Someone's close. This is
Find
our
somewhere
turn.
else to be.
Leave. Get
Leave
the hell
or
out.
blow your head off. Walk away.
Walker, brain it! Piece of shit! Get out or get a bullet to the brain! No more warnings! Hey! Showing your face around here. Walker inside! Quick! Rat must have crawled back into its hole. As long as I'm fed and safe.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy taking your ass out. You better start shit
Hiding,
with
you
us today.
sneaky.
Promise you, we won't do that. Something like that.
Gonna find you eventually. Advantage is ours. Raining. You're like a fucking mosquito that just won't die. Chicken. Time's charm.
I don't see anything. Fuck. I got better things to do. Let's take this asshole.
Oh.
Come out, you coward! Hate's not a strong enough word for
You gonna show your face here? After all you've done?
Take this asshole down! Please! I promise I won't let you too bad.
Advantage is ours.
Let's rush this fool!
Quit hiding, you sneaky little shit.
Keep coming!
Walker, brain it!
Fuck you, corpse! Oh.
Find you. You're gonna beg for death.
Some people just don't realize what a scumbag they are.
Walker in sight. Finish it, quick.
You
Look,
can
showing your face
Us
around
and
here.
get away with it?
Walker Army! Eyes up for more!
Messed up starting shit with us today. I realize what a scumbag they are.
Fuck it. Better things to do.
Let's take this asshole down.
We're gonna be positioning our waist.
Messed up starting shit with us today. I'm gonna enjoy taking
Fuck with us and get away with it?
Let's take this down.
Don't hang around too long. Find somewhere else to be.
Believe it or not, there's a community in Ohio somewhere that has shit under control. I mean, Fuck it! I got other things to do.
Now, you coward.
Kill for a buck.
Walker on me! Eyes up for more! I don't know what to think anymore. It's all fucked up. Walker in sight! Finish it quick!
You must still showing your face around here. Hiding is just
Promise
gonna
I
piss
won't
me
hurt
off
you,
even
Dad.
more. Let's take this ass. Finish up quick. One for training. One for on me. More. Hate's not a strong enough word. Come on, tourist. One for training. Let's take this asshole down. Right. Things just keep coming. You gonna enjoy taking your ass out, tourist. Some people just don't realize what a scumbag they are. Some people just don't realize what a scumbag they are. Hate's not a strong enough tourist. Let's take this asshole down. Just don't realize what a scumbag they are!
Gonna find you eventually. Advantage is ours.
Walker, training!
Oh. Ah.
This map is all the proof we need. Clear to me that justice was served. Gary and Adil's denials don't outweigh Steve coughing it all up, including the map. And frankly, I don't give a shit who was the mastermind. I stand behind pinning it on Gary, but they all earned the walk. Human hunting grounds. Twisted fuckers. Let all this tick stuff go. We took care of it. Big picture focus from now on. Georgia.
Casey, you there?
Henri, I found 2 more exiles wandering around the northwest corridor today. Was able to get them to safety, get them supplies for a few days. They said it's getting... I know Henri is dead, and I know that for the time being you stepped into his shoes, whoever you are. I am not... Hey, tourist, there's something you need to understand. For perspective. The tower executed my husband. Cold blood. Take the walk, they call it. Rooftop march right over the edge. My husband was innocent. I don't give a damn what was on that map. Doesn't prove a thing. Georgia has such a stranglehold on the tower. She could say the sky was green and made of jello, then everybody behind the wall would nod, smile, and get out their spoons. Not me, and not my daughter. I'm going to prove to Umbra that we can rise above it all, that we can remain in truth. Which brings me to a confession, tourist. I didn't tell the full story of how I got the reserve key. Umbra called me out for omitting a critical detail. I am raising the kid right, I guess. To get the key, I had to hurt someone. Real bad. A dear friend. I almost killed her. In the moment, it felt like the right thing to do. No question. But I regained my senses for my daughter's sake. I could see her eyes pleading with me from across the room. Stop, Mommy. This isn't right, they said. I was ashamed. I had succumbed to what the tower had become under George's influence. A breeding ground for betrayal, forcing people to turn against each other to survive. Sad thing is, I'd do it again, in a heartbeat. Not proud of it, but it's true. There is a line with me, and when it's crossed, it does not matter who you are. I will do whatever it takes to defend what I know is right and protect my daughter. So now, you know exactly who you're dealing with, tourist. No bullshit. Like before, the drawing will point you to the cache. Beyond...
Who's sneaking around? I don't know what to think anymore. It's all fucked up. What was
walls
that?
need work. North side has a fucking hole in it.
What was that? These things just keep coming.
I don't even like the way you walk.
Think it's wise to be wandering around?
Rumors are swirling that Mama is planning an exodus from the tower. Where the fuck they going to go?
Let's take this asshole down! Not my back!
Another lost soul.
Walker! Bring it! Fuck you, Core!
Get out or get a bullet to the brain.
You think you can fuck stuff and get away with it?
Hey, not a strong enough word for you!
Tired of your shit,
Mansions.
Could have sworn I saw
sneaking
something
around?
move.
Walker in sight! Finish it, quick!
Scanning the area.
People gonna be so you fuck with the wrong. Run away, asshole.
Shit. Something's close. Scanning the area.
Walker on me. Time is the charm. These things just keep coming.
Find somewhere else to be. Don't point that way.
I see you.
Just don't realize what a scumbag they are!
Show your face here? What was that?
Walker inside. Finish it, quick.
Trying to hang you upside down. Just another lost soul.
Nothing better to do.
Just another lost soul.
Walker on me. Whoa,
This ain't Mama's city no more. Hey, walk away and we won't have a problem. Final warning, ass.
All patrols, return to the tower after 1800 herd stir through the Narrow. Reserve assault prep begins ASAP. 3 to 10 days. Hope for 10. We need fucking time. Reserve strike immediate when Loke is known. Any day, it seems. During prep, patrol sweeps reduced to only once per day, and only through the southern bump and northwest corridor. Reserve assault troops will move through there. With reserve secured and tick infected removed, should have all routes clear in 3 weeks. Back to business. Re-tick infected. Let's still develop it. Currently at 50. Will be higher. Round up raid for immediate exile. Anyone protest, they take the walk. No time for bullshit. Tired of feeding JB's army with dissidents. Elimination, the better option. Georgia.
The intel you've been gathering for me has been enlightening to say the least. Georgia is planning on a mass exile in the very near future. Many lives are going to be at risk. I have a few things to discuss with you. I know we were going to try to avoid the face-to-face, but the plan I'm formulating warrants it. Would appreciate your ear. Meet me in the same spot as the first time, Churchyard. Thanks for all you're doing. May. Hey, tourist. I'll get right to the point. After looking over the intel you brought me, seems like Georgia is planning to toss out a large number of people real soon. A lot of lives are gonna be in jeopardy. Good news is we have some hope. The map you scored shows a safe way out of NOLA. Just need to buy some time and some space to organize exiles on a large scale, get them ready to move. I think the reserve is gonna provide the opening I need. Georgia and the Tower are so obsessed with it, don't think they'll be concerned with what I'm doing for a short while. And with the Reclaim salivating over it too, once the reserve is unlocked and revealed to the world, courtesy of you, there's gonna be a bloodbath. You can count on that. And that's when I make my move. Window won't be open long, though. It'll be tight, but I gotta take the chance.
I don't know, May. Sounds risky. Trying to get that many people out at once without Georgia noticing. You've seen the posters everywhere. She's trying to turn the whole city against you. Maybe you should just get out with Umbra while you have the chance.
You can't be serious. After all the work my daughter and I have put in to make this dream a reality, you think I should turn my back on the people I've been working so hard to help? No. I'm all in, tourist. I appreciate your concern, but we are going to uphold our promise to these people. Do or die. I will leave the key to the reserve in the drop spot for you. Lantern will be on when it's there. When the shit goes down for the reserve, if you're thinking it's all too much and you want out, come find us. The Exodus could use someone with your particular set of talents. My hope is you won't be a fool, but my mind suspects you'll be too hooked on that damn reserve pipe dream just like everybody else. All I can do is wish you good luck and good judgment, tourist. Take care of yourself.
Casey, you there? Casey, you there? Casey, good news. May said she would give me the key we need.
Good news? Hell, tourist. I would classify that as fucking outstanding news. No, look, I don't want to jinx it, but... No, you know what? I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Best not to risk the jinx. Let's just forge ahead. One step at a time. Okay, so, the part to repair the final pump. Gosh, I don't have much to go on. It's weird. There's been really faint chatter about it on a few channels. It's been nothing but static for months. There's an outpost called Bastion, set up in a heavily defended duplex home. Barricades and optimal sightlines. The Reclaimed currently control it. Now, the place has been a hotbed of conflict between Tower and Reclaimed for a while. From what I'm hearing, that's where it is, so be ready for a shitstorm. Good luck, and hey, keep your head on a swivel.
Hey, Casey. How's it going?
Oh, hey, tourist. Honestly, I'm a little freaked out.
Hey, Casey. How's it going?
Oh, hey, tourist. Honestly,
you made it. I didn't doubt that you would, of course, but my patience was beginning to be tested. Let's start with a formal introduction. You are the tourist, and I am Jean-Baptiste. JB for short. There now, we can proceed to matters of more profound consequence. It is my understanding that this gizmo here would be of use to you. It's all yours. Consider it a gift. And when we are finished with our conversation, I will provide you with the missing dial that you'll need to operate it. Sound fair?
Sounds fair.
Terrific. Now, I prefer to play it straight. Once I received word that you were collecting these devices, and to what purpose, I saw an opportunity to connect with the city's most illustrious survivor and have a chat about the reserve. So I made it a priority to acquire one, through various means I will not divulge. And now here you are. It is my hope when I am through, you will see the reserve for what it is. Nothing more than a crutch, holding back the people of this fine city from regaining themselves.
You've piqued my interest. Go on.
I am a firm believer in the greatness of humankind, our ingenuity, our art, our towering scientific achievements. This reserve nonsense, even if the rumors about what may be inside it exceed our wildest dreams, the bounty will only prolong our addiction to survivalism as the only path in life. It will stifle our creativity. It will eventually lead to our withering doom. Now, this is the proposal that I have for you. Continue your search for the reserve, and when you unearth it, which I have the utmost confidence you will, destroy it. These 4 numbers will disable the entire flood contingency system. Mother Nature will rage through the reserve and take care of the rest. 1006. Flood the reserve and set us all free. Give this still glorious city the jump start it needs to refocus on something much grander than mere survival. Grant us hope, tourist, and thank you most sincerely for hearing me out. And let's keep this chat between us, if that's all right. I'm not sure my comrades would see the big picture benefits of removing the reserve from the equation. The floor's now yours, my friend. Anything on your mind that requires clarity?
I want your perspective on the reserve.
Uh-huh.
How did you find this code to flood the reserve?
One of my scouts came across the corpse of a National Guardsman in Rampart High School. The body had a manual for a bunker's flood defense system. I put 2 and 2 together.
Why choose me to destroy the reserve?
Because you're the one best equipped to find the accursed place, and I trust you will do the right thing when you do. Call it a hunch.
If the rumors about what's inside the reserve are true, wouldn't it benefit the Reclaim to get your hands on it?
You are absolutely correct. But once those supplies are gone, then what? The same old fruitless pursuits. And there is the very distinct possibility that the tower gets to it before we do. The only way to guarantee this city will move forward in the proper direction is to remove the reserve from the equation entirely.
I have some other questions for you, JB. I'm curious about the Reclaimed.
Yes?
The Reclaimed have made quite a mark on the city. How did the movement get started?
After my exile from the tower for insubordination, I took to raiding their supply lines. Rather efficiently, I might add. No one ever got hurt, and other exiles clamored to join my operations. Needless to say, Mama and her cohorts were not pleased with my exploits, and they sent several communications asking me to cease my pillaging or there'd be consequences. Of course, I refused, politely, No one was gonna dictate the terms of my existence anymore. But it wasn't until the tower started sending thugs out to track me down and end me that I decided it was time to send a message of my own.
I've heard snippets about the reclaimed philosophy, but it would be enlightening to hear it from you.
It's simple, really. We want to live purposeful lives, reclaim the world and our humanity along with it. Mere survival is so petty. It's beneath us, forcing people to focus solely on survival. It's cruel, really. I believe we must invest in a future of our own design. Life is not worth living otherwise.
What's with the gory rituals?
First one was a man I knew well in my brief tenure as a tower grunt. I'd even called him a friend. Tripp was his name. Snuck up on me in the middle of sleep. Tried to slit my throat. Still carry the scar. Well, long story short, Tripp was no match for me. I maimed him. Something awful, really. And I dragged his body about a mile all the way to the southern bump, which at the time was the most highly trafficked exit from the tower. I found an old oak, hung him upside down from it so his lifeblood would spill rapidly into the soil, and upon his chest I pinned a note that read, "Keep 'em coming." And just like that, I became the most feared boogeyman Nola has seen since the Axeman. Once I had fear on my side, the rest just blossomed naturally. Those with nowhere else to go wanted what I had, so they listened. And they learned. I empowered them. That's all people want. A sense that their lives still have some meaning.
I have some other questions for you, JB. I've heard enough.
Fair enough. Then we're finished here. The dial, as promised. Godspeed, tourist.
Finally meet, tourist. After all the hype, you're not exactly what I expected. Thought you'd be more put together, bit more danger to your presence.
Sorry to disappoint, lady. Good thing I'm not too concerned about what you think of me.
You should be, fool. Your life may depend on it. I'm Georgia. Maybe you heard of me, maybe not. I could give two shits. What does concern me is the man inside the building you just stepped out of. The time has come to silence him once and for all. Cut off the head that won't shut up. Rest of the reclaimed fools will fall back in line. Then us tower folk can get back to doing what's right, without all the noise.
He's all yours. I won't stop you.
This is where you come in, Big Shot. I'm gonna offer you an opportunity to be a hero. You game?
That depends. What the fuck do you want me to do?
Quit fucking with me, fool. You know what I want. March back up into that house and kill JB. Prove you are worth more to the tower than the cockroach you've been so far. And in return, all your fucked up transgressions will be forgiven. If you happen to find yourself in the midst of our onslaught on the reserve, tower troops will have your back. You have my word.
This is your conflict, not mine. I'm not a hired gun for the tower.
That's a goddamn shame, tourist. JB is not walking out of that place alive, whether you get involved or not. What you don't seem to realize, however, is your fate if you defy me. Let me clarify. Do as you are told, or you are dead.
I see you. Out for a stroll.
I smell something rotten.
You've returned. To what do I owe the pleasure, tourist?
The tower wants you dead. And I decided to make it happen. No offense.
None taken, tourist. This wouldn't be the first time I've stared down death. I'm not going to beg for my life or even try to talk you out of doing what you think you must do. We all have our role to play. This must be yours. However, I know you are not lacking in intellect, nor are you a lackey of the tower, so I must question your willingness to follow through on your threat. Put your weapon away, please. And let's return.
I can focus now. Sorry.
None taken, tourist. This wouldn't be the first time I've stared. I'm not going to beg for my life. We all have our role to play. This must be yours. However, I know you are not, so I must question your willingness to follow through on your threat. I've got you.
fucked up.
Just another lost soul.
Tourist, thank you, and goodbye. Maybe our paths will cross again. Maybe not. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. Personally, I think you should follow us out of this doomed city. Like I said, you would be an asset to the Exodus. But you need to follow whatever story resides in your head. Just know that you are a part of my and Ambra's story, along with the stories of a couple dozen folks who might have been dead by the end of the week if it wasn't for your efforts. Ambra wanted to give you one more drawing. I think she hopes it'll sway your decision. Good luck, and I hope you find what you're searching for. May.
Hey, Casey. How's it going?
Oh, hey, tourist. Honestly, I'm a little freaked out.
What's bothering you?
It's just... I'm so close to getting out of here. And the closer
I'm back, Casey. Ready to repair the pump. You still alive?
Yeah, alive, but almost swimming. No turning back after this, tourist. We have to get after it. I'm running out of time. You prepared?
I'm ready.
Okay. Serial number first.
749-0003-13.
All right. Set valve A to 38.
Valve A, 38. Green.
Valve B needs to be set at 44.
Valve B, 44. A, B, double green.
You're a machine, tourist. Okay, valve C. Set it to 60.
Valve C to 60. Green all around. Button press and we are calibrated.
Excellent. Okay. The last pump is not far from the cemetery. It's in a concrete industrial shed in the old jazz park, near the statue of the musicians. Should be easy to find. The key you got from May unlocks the door to the shed. Now once the part is installed, contact me and I'll get the pump system started. We are so close, tourist. Access to the reserve for you, get the fuck out of the reserve for me. Oh, can't wait.
Casey, come in. It's go time.
Awesome, tourist. Never doubted you.
That's good, Casey. It's a mistake to underestimate me.
Oh, believe me. I know. All right, I'm gonna power everything up. It should work, but you never know. Guess we need to be prepared for anything. Okay, here it goes. Fingers crossed. Oh, yes! It's working! What a fucking relief! I can hear the pumps firing up overhead.
Oh, shit.
Wait, what? What's the problem? Something going on out there?
Yeah. St. Vincent's Church just lit up. Can see it all the way from here. The location of the reserve is no longer a secret, Casey. Fireworks, marching band, and a big neon sign flashing the reserve might have been more subtle.
Both sides are gonna descend on this place like flies on shit. I need to get the fuck out of here. Now. God damn it, tourist. I still can't open the door. Okay, think, Casey, think. All right, I think I know what's going on. The doors won't open until the pump system knows where to redirect the water. Let's see. There's a manual flow control inside the church. Now, you need to get over here quick. Open the valve to one of the rooms so the water has a place to go. Then the doors will unlock, and I can get the hell out, tourist. Come on, please, please. I don't want to be stuck in this place when a bunch of nuts with guns show up feeling greedy. And neither do you.
wanted to die. Forgive me. Please.
What happened here?
Umbra. She ran after her mom as they were taking her away. Right into the middle of everything. The crossfire.
Are you the one that killed May's daughter?
No, but it was our fault. We were desperate to get back into the tower. We thought if we turned May in, the tower would take us back. Take care of us. We fucked up. I warned them that it was a terrible idea. Something bad would happen. They didn't listen. We fucked up so bad.
Fuck you.
Doesn't look so tough.
Quit poking around.
Hey, beat it! Don't kid yourself. Georgia calls the shots now.
I'll take it. Cover me.
Damage is ours.
Let's get this asshole down. You're gonna regret this.
Advantage is ours.
I'm gonna kill you. Got you.
Advantage is ours.
You're bullshit. Here in your chicken shit. You're gonna regret this.
Your time to die, asshole.
Wrong person. I'm gonna cut you.
We can't win this! Fucking tower starts outnumbered!
We're dead if we don't fucking move! Fall back!
They're on the run. Move up now.
Retreat! Towers everywhere! May the tower always stand! Church is out!
you there?
I'm here, Casey. At the controls.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm not sure how much time we have left before my room is underwater. Activating the pumps just fucked everything up. The room is filling up fast. Look, I need you to redirect the flood flow to the armory, and quick. Look, I know I promised you all the weapons you'd ever be able to carry, but I'm sorry. We have to let them go.
We had a deal, Casey. I help you and the reserve supplies are mine. This feels like a bait and switch.
Yeah, I could see how you might feel that way, but complications arise, okay? This was a possible scenario, yes, but odds were against it. But here we are. We have to adapt. And besides, this is my life we're talking about here, tourist. I mean, supplies are just supplies. Holy shit! Thank you, tourist! Oh, for a second I thought... Oh, never mind. The door unlocked. I'll head up and meet you in the church. Fresh fucking air! Woohoo!
Establish the perimeter. Flush out any reclaimed stragglers. No mercy!
Round up exiles, clear out those camps. This is power choice now. Move the strays out. Who the fuck rang the bell?
Shit! Herd is close.
Just up the fucking street!
Voices down. We draw their attention, we gonna get slaughtered.
Back off! Take one step toward me and I really ring the bell. Every walker in a 5-mile radius will descend upon this place and tear everyone apart.
You don't want to do that. Just because we're safe in here doesn't mean you can ring that bell and kill all those people. That you, tourist? Oh, thank God. Look, you have to talk some sense into her. If she rings that bell...
Didn't you hear them out there? Needlessly slaughtering each other when they should be unified. They have always been stupid and cruel, even before the world went to shit. Their fucked up philosophies, their petty treachery, even the innocent, their pathetic desperation. They all twisted my priorities, blinded me to the truth. I should have been looking after me and mine. All along, I allowed them to take her away from me. They are the reason my daughter is dead.
They all deserve punishment, and you should deliver it.
Tourist! She's lost it! Thanks for stopping her, tourist. I'm not sure I could have brought myself to do it.
May was gone the moment Umbra died. She was out of her mind with grief. I stopped her from doing something she would have regretted forever.
You did the right thing. I'm just sorry it had to happen. It's eerie. All this going down right here, in this church, same spot as before. I know it doesn't really mean anything, there's no connection, but... It still has my skin crawling. Knowing all those bodies from the massacre are just right over there. Part of me wants to confront it. Pay respects. Another part of me wants to run out the door. I'm sorry about the reserve, tourist. I made a promise I couldn't deliver. There might be a few things down there to scavenge, but anything really valuable? Well, it's gone. Hey, you may as well check, though. I'm gonna head my own way. I've been cooped up so long, I just feel like I need to get moving. Get out of this swamp and head back north. Hey, thanks again, tourist. You saved my life. I won't forget it.
I don't care about any of that, Casey. What's important is that you made it out. I'm gonna head down to the reserve, see what I might be able to scrounge up. Good luck to you. Hope you make it north safely.
I didn't want him to die. Forgive me.
Who died?
Umbra. She ran after her mom right into the middle.
Are you the one that killed me?
No.
Fuck you.
This is our turn. Leave.
Must not value your life, asshole! This asshole is stupid! We've got numbers!
We can't win this! Fucking tower's got us outnumbered!
We're dead if we don't fucking move! Fall back!
They're on the run! Move up now!
Retreat! Towers everywhere! Church is on! Tower always stay on them! Church is on!
Tourist, come in. Time is short.
I'm here, Casey. At the controls.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm not sure how much time we have left before my room is underwater. Activating the pumps just fucked everything up. The room is filling up fast. Look, I need you to redirect the flood flow to the armory, and quick. Look, I know I promised you all the weapons you'd ever be able to carry, but I'm sorry. We have to let them go.
What happened with the pumps? I went through all that trouble for nothing?
I don't know what happened. Maybe the system was already pushed too far. Point is, you need to redirect the flow, and now, or I am dead. I know I sold you a bill of goods that I can't deliver on anymore, and that sucks. I'm sorry. But this is my life we're talking about here, tourist. Flood the armory. Please. you, tourist! Oh, for a second I thought...
Establish a perimeter!
Never mind.
Flush
Door
out any
unlocked.
reclaimed
I'll head up and
stragglers!
meet you in the church.
No mercy!
Round up, let's drive, clear out those camps. This is power choice now. Move the train now. Who the fuck rang the bell?
Shit! Heard it close.
Jumped up the fucking street.
Voices. You draw their attention, you gonna get slaughtered.
Back off! Take one step toward me and I really ring the bell. Every walker in a 5-mile radius will descend upon this place and tear everyone apart.
You don't want to do that. Just because we're safe in here doesn't mean you can ring that bell and kill all those people. That you, tourist? Oh, thank God. Look, you have to talk some sense into her. If she rings that bell...
Didn't you hear them out there? Needlessly slaughtering each other when they should. They have always. They're pathetic death. I should have been looking at. I allowed them to. They are the reason.
May, you shouldn't do this. It won't bring Umbra back, and you're not a murderer.
Tourist! She's lost it. Listen to her. We can't let her ring that bell. Thanks for stopping her, tourist. I'm not sure I could have brought myself to do it.
May was gone the moment Umbra died. She was out of her mind with grief. I stopped her from doing something she would have regretted forever.
You did the right thing. I'm just sorry it had to happen. It's eerie. All this going down right here, in this church, same spot as before. I know it doesn't really mean anything, there's no connection, but... it still has my skin crawling. Knowing all those bodies from the massacre are just right over there. Part of me wants to confront it. Pay respects. Another part of me wants to run out the door. I'm sorry about the reserve, tourist. I made a promise, and I couldn't deliver. There might be a few things down there to scavenge, but anything really valuable, well, it's gone. Hey, you may as well check, though. I'm gonna head my own way. I've been cooped up so long, I just feel like I need to get moving. Get out of this swamp and head back north. Hey, thanks again, tourist. You saved my life. I won't forget it.
I'll let it slide, Casey. Just keep it in the back of your mind that you owe me one if we ever run into each other again. Big time. I'm gonna head down to the reserve, see what I might be able to scrounge up. Good luck to you. Hope you make it north safely. Oh.